Hi Year 6. Here we are again. It's me, back in my hut. It's a really beautiful day today. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. I hope you've been busy. I hope you've got your ukuleles ready because of course that's what we're going to start with today. I hope you've managed to have a little bit of a practice during the week as well, and I hope you're all in tune. Shall we just make sure all our G's are the same? There's your G. Here's your C. Here's your E. Here's your A. Okay, so if they're not, you can pause here and see if you can readjust. C. Sorry, G, C. E. A. Fab. Okay, so last time I saw you, we were trying to get our new chord, our G7, really nice and secure. So, first finger on your red dot, second finger on that C string green dot, third finger on the, you can see that there, A string green dot. It's a bit of an uncomfortable position if you're not holding your ukulele correctly. If you're holding your elbow up like this, your fingers aren't going to fit that pattern. If you're too far this way, it's not going to work either. So make sure that you've got your thumb on the back of the neck and that your fingers are kind of, can you see, almost parallel? You know what that means. Parallel with the frets. So they're not like this, they're not like this. They're almost making their own line of frets. Can you see that? Yeah, so if your thumb's on the back, your fingers should just slot into place. I'll move there so you can see. Okay, and remember, of course, to strum just about over your sound hole. So can you try and get that G7 chord for me now? We're going to do 4 of them. Ready, steady, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Are you making sure that you're putting your fingers right down on to the fretboard? Yeah? If they're even slightly not down, you'll get that kind of sound. Really push them down. Not too hard, but push them down. So you can hear every single string making the right sound. If it's not, then just check one string at a time and see which one's wrong. You should be able to hear each individual note. If it sounds like that, you've got it right. If it sounds like this, then something's wrong. That's a way to check. Okay, so hopefully your G7s are all beautiful. Marvellous. Now here's a test. See if you can go from 4 G7 chords, yeah, to then doing 2 F chords. Can you remember what that one is? That's your red dots, both of them. So you're going to go 4 G7s and then 2 Fs. Can you do that? Ready, steady, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move your fingers. Good. One more time. G7s. 2, 3, 4. 2 Fs. Right. So hopefully the sparky ones amongst you would have noticed you actually only have to move one finger, don't you? You only have to move your middle finger. Your first finger stays on the red dot. The third finger comes off, second finger moves over. Ha-ha! Okay, now what we're going to try and do is to incorporate the C chord in there as well. So this time what I want you to do is 4 C chords, 4 F chords, so we're going opposite way round, and then 4 G7 chords. So you're moving this time from 2 fingers to then moving your 2 fingers onto the green spots. Shall I do it for you to start off with so you can see? So it's going to go yellow dot 4 times. Now we're going to do F, which is red dots 4 times. 3 G7 fingers. And then go back to your C chord, which is easy because you just move your finger up 1. Okay. So from 4 C's, let's see if we can try that all together. Nice and slowly. Off we go. C. 2, 3. Get your fingers ready for F. F. 2, 3. Get ready for the G7 chord move. Now. 2, 3, 4. Slip up to A C again. 2, 3. Let's do that again. Repeat it. So C again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to F. Red dots. Get your fingers ready. G7, 3 fingers. And then we're going to go to the C for 4 more. Very good try, everybody. Well done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to aim to play a new piece called Playing the Blues. Now, the blues is a style of music that originated probably in the south of North America at the early part of the 19th century, and it's a style of music that's really, really recognisable now, and it also was very, very influential in lots and lots of different genres of music, and ended up being one of the major kind of contributors to pop music in the 60s, the 50s and the 60s. Lots of really famous bands in the 60s were massive blues music fans. And we are going to be doing a song that is based on the 12-bar blues. So we know what bars are now, don't we? We know that they're the chunks, usually of 4 beats. So a 12-bar blues is made up of, surprise, surprise, 12 bars of 4 beats. And it usually has a repeated chord pattern going all the way through. So it meant that if you said, okay, we're going to do a 12-bar blues in C, that lots of people would be able to just play along with you and you wouldn't need the music because you'd know what the pattern was going to be. So our pattern is going to be 4 lots of C, like we just did. Then we're going to do 2 Fs. And then we're going to go back for 2 Cs. Then here comes the tricky line. We're going to do 1 G7, 1 F and 2 Cs. So that's the really tricky line, going from a G7 to an F to a C. But we're going to do it really slowly. Okay, so from the beginning, see if we can do 4 Cs, 2 Fs, 2 Cs. Now you might think that that's easy, but remembering where you are in the pattern is the difficult bit. 4 Cs, 2 Fs, 2 Cs. Ready? Got your fingers nice and ready, so they're still hovering over here, they're not having a little sleep. Yeah, and your thumbs on the back. Okay, off we go, nice and slow. C, 2, 3, 4, 2 Fs, 1, 2, back to 2 Cs. Let's just do that one more time to make sure it's really brilliant. Off we go. 4 Cs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Fs. 1, 2, 2 Cs. Amazing. That's probably easy now. Good. Now's the tricky bit. Going from G7 to F to C and stay. Okay, let's go super, super slowly and see if we can do that. So we're going to go G7, F, C and C. You'll go with me. G7, F, C. And again, get your G7 ready. G7, F, C, C. Right, if you found that little pattern a little bit tricky, then rewind or pause and just try that a few times. But the rest of us are going to try and move on and do the whole pattern through. 4 C's, 2 F's, 2 C's, G7, F, 2 C's. I will send you the music. Goes like this. Here we go. C, 2, 3, 4. 2 F's. 1. Back to C for 2. Ready for the tricky G7? G7, F, F and C's. Good. Well done. Should we do that just one more time? Off we go. So, C, 2, 3, 4. 2 F's. Oops, sorry, that was my fault for not putting my fingers in the right place. C, G7, 1 F and a C. See what happens when your fingers have a little sleep. I was trying to show you where the C was, but it meant that my fingers didn't get back to the F quickly enough. That's why they've always got to be hovering. Okay, so that's our pattern. Now the good thing about the song that we'll learn next week is that it tells you what to do as you go along. So I'm going to play the song and I'm just going to put one chord on the beginning of each bar. But when we do it next week, we can do different chord patterns. So here it goes. Oh no, it's just fallen asleep. Come back. So if you want to play along with the pattern, that's fantastic, but it might be just a little bit faster than we've done it already. Okay, let's see if it's woken up in the right place. Cross fingers. Nope. Nope, it's decided to go back to the beginning. Right, here we go. You can hear it all right. There, so it's C to start off with. It's a little bit faster than we did it. So it's C, yeah, off we go.
C, play a C chord,
C,
then repeat it with me.
C, C. Now we're going to do 2 F's.
F is the new chord,
There,
then return
back to C. G7.
It's amazing what to do.
And C.
See what I'm saying? We're playing.
Try that again. So 4 C's. 3, 4. 2 F's. 1, 2. 2 C's. Ready for your G7 and your F. And back to C. So they're changing the strums now. So you could do 4 on each one.
And repeat it with me.
3, 4, F,
F is the new chord,
2,
then return
back to C.
to C.
G7
It's amazing.
F.
No effort to do.
and C.
See what I'm saying? We're playing the blues.
Okay. All right. So if you want to, you can carry on practicing that little chord pattern. You can change the strums that you do. You could do 2 on each bar. You could do 4 on each bar, like I just did at the end. It does make it a little bit harder to change chords because you don't have as much time to move your fingers. Or you could do a down E up E with our thumb and our finger strum pattern. a shuffle like we did before. Yeah, it's up to you. You have a little try just to see if you can play that pattern of chords, a 12-bar blue chord pattern. Fab! Right, time for a bit of singing now. We're going to do this very, very quickly. It's a little bit of a warm-up now, but we are going to do something different with it next time. Okie dokie. So it's sort of on our climate change theme. It's called What a Load of Rubbish. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. So we're going to learn verse 1 today. I'm going to play it for you first and then we're going to have a go at singing it. Goes like this. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. One. There you go. So that's verse 1. My go first. Easy peasy, sitting up smart. Off we go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. You'll go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Let's do that again. Off we go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Got it? Next bit. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? I'll do that again. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? You'll go. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? We're going to try those two phrases together. I'll do it first, then it's your go. Sitting up, big breaths, off we go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? You'll go. What a pile of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Did you notice I got a word wrong? Not reading it properly. Next bit's almost the same, goes like this. Is it old technology? Is it out of style? I'll do it again. Is it old technology? Is it out of style? You'll go. Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Easy enough? And then the tune changes a little bit. We've got a bit of jumping around to do. Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. Hear that bit at the end is different. Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. You'll go. Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. Okay, I'm going to do those two together now. So, is it old technology? Off I go. Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. You'll go. Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. Did you get that last phrase right? Because it is a little bit different. Throws me every time. And tip it on the pile. Do that for me. And tip it on the pile. Good. From the beginning, whole thing. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Are you ready? Off we go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. Good. Let's try it with the music. Well done, you. Get your voices all warmed up, ready for our polar bear song. Off we go. What a load of rubbish. What a pile of waste. Is it past its sell-by date? Don't you like the taste? Is it old technology? Is it out of style? Take it to the dump and tip it on the pile. Great! So we'll learn the next verse next week, and we will also do something a little bit different with it in the weeks to come. So, if you've got the words for No Home for the Polar Bear, you need to get them now, because I think it would be great if we could do the whole thing all the way through as a bit of a performance. So imagine yourselves, I don't know, at the Albert Hall or back at Wembley when we went there for Young Voices. Oh, do you realise that was a year ago, everyone? The little reminder came up on my photos on my phone this week. It was a whole year ago that we were all there doing Young Voices at Wembley. What lovely memories. We can go another time maybe with our new schools in September. Cross fingers we get to do proper singing before the end of the year. Right, have you got your no room for the polar bear? No home for the polar bear, in fact. Right, okay, super. Now, we did the whole thing, but just remember at the very end, at the end of verse, I think it's verse 3, we have to do the with every passing day my home is melting away again. That's about the only difference. The rest of it, I think you should have got the hang of by now, especially if you have the words. You'll sound amazing. Are we ready? Right, track 10. So I really hope that you are moving your mouths to get the words out for this, because there are some tricky ones. A tiny iceberg rescues me, things like that. Really get those mouths moving. It's a great song to sing. Let's make the most of it and let's enjoy. Okay.
I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. Why don't you care? I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. This life ain't fair. Because of all your carbon waste, my polar land has hotter days. Oh, the greenhouse gases really stink. They make the ice crack and shrink. Oh, with every passing day, my home is melting away. I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. Why don't you care? I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. This life ain't fair. Exhausted swimming round and round, I long to walk on frozen ground. Oh, a tiny iceberg rescues me, but takes me further out to sea. Oh, with every passing day, my home is melting away. I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. Why don't you care? I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear, I'm a polar bear. This life ain't fair. I may look like a cuddly dude, but man have I got attitude. Oh, are you so blind you cannot see? The way you live is killing me. Oh, with every passing day, my home is melting away. With every passing day, my home is melting away.
Cracking song. Great, I hope you really enjoyed that. If there are some of you still at school, what do you think about doing a dance routine for that? Would that be a mad idea? You could put some actions to it and film it and send it to me. That would be brilliant. I'd love to see it. Fantastic. Okay, so little bit of homework this week, but only a tiny bit. So we have been looking at Earth, and a couple of weeks ago we were thinking about motifs. We were listening for the musical motifs that Hans Zimmer used in his piece. If you get some time this week, maybe you'd like to make up your own motifs using the notes that Hans Zimmer did in his piece, and you can play them on the ukulele. Isn't that brilliant? So, all you need, I'm going to get a bit closer, is your C string. Then I want you to put your second finger on that green dot that we did for the G7 chord. So it's on the same string, on your C string. So basically you're now playing a D. Can you hear it's gone up one step? Then go up to your next string, your E string. And then back to your G. Excuse me, need a cup of tea. So you're going to use C, D, next string up, E, and your C string. In that order, if you like. And you could also go C, D, E, back to C. That sounds like a tune we all know. Yes, we know that, don't we? Okay, so if you'd like to make up your own little motif using those 4 notes, that would be super. You don't have to play them just one in succession. You could play the C more than once and the D more than once. You could do them in a different order, but just using those 4 notes, make up a little motif, a little pattern. If you could write it down as well, that would be awesome. It's time for me to go. So I'll see you for one more week next week. More climate change activities and more ukulele. Take care of yourselves. Bye.